Why hard work alone is not enough. We grow up hearing one sentence again and again: work hard and you will succeed. It sounds simple, it sounds honest, it sounds fair. But history does not work that way. And life does not reward effort alone. It rewards direction, timing, strategy, and courage. Today, we are going to break one of the biggest lies ever told: the lie that hard work by itself is enough. Because millions of people worked hard and still died forgotten, broke, or defeated. This story is not to discourage you. This story is to free you from blind effort and teach you how greatness actually happens. Look at history, not emotions. Look at results, not intentions. Let us start with ancient Rome, one of the greatest empires in human history. Roman soldiers were known for extreme discipline, endless training, and brutal hard work. They marched miles every day, carrying heavy armor. They built roads, bridges, forts with their bare hands. They were some of the hardest working men of their time. Yet, Rome collapsed not because they stopped working hard, but because their strategy failed. Their leadership became corrupt, their systems broke, and their vision died. Hard work kept them busy, but blind work pushed them toward collapse. Now think about the peasants of medieval Europe. Farmers worked from sunrise to sunset, every single day, plowing land, harvesting crops, feeding entire kingdoms. Their hard work never ended, yet they stayed poor for generations, while kings who rarely worked physically lived in luxury. Effort without ownership, effort without leverage, effort without power, keeps you trapped, no matter how hard you try. History teaches us another lesson through Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds to ever live. Tesla worked harder than almost anyone. He slept little, experimented endlessly, and gave the world alternating current, wireless technology, and ideas far ahead of his time. Yet, he died poor and alone, while Thomas Edison, who was not smarter, but was more strategic, became rich, famous and remembered by the masses. Tesla had effort, Edison had execution, positioning, and business sense. Hard work created genius, but strategy created legacy. Now look at the story of Napoleon Bonaparte. His soldiers worked relentlessly, crossing mountains, fighting in freezing conditions, surviving impossible odds. But when Napoleon ignored strategy, underestimated Russia, and overextended his forces, their hard work turned into suffering and defeat. Effort could not save poor planning. History does not care how hard you tried. It only remembers what worked. Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution. Millions of factory workers worked 12 to 16 hours a day in dangerous conditions. Children worked, women worked, men worked until their bodies broke. Did hard work make them rich? No, it made factory owners rich. Effort without control builds empires for others, not for you. Now, let us talk about modern times. The Great Depression. People worked hard. They wanted jobs. They wanted stability. But effort could not beat broken systems, timing, and economic collapse. Success is not just personal. It is environmental and strategic. Look at athletes who train every day, yet never make it to the top leagues, while others with smarter coaches, better timing, and visibility rise faster. Effort matters, but alignment matters more. History is full of unknown geniuses, artists, thinkers, warriors, and inventors who worked hard but lacked exposure, support, or timing. Meanwhile, others with average talent but better positioning changed the world. Hard work is fuel, but fuel without direction burns out. Hard work is speed, but speed without a map leads nowhere. Hard work is strength, but strength without intelligence becomes dangerous. The most powerful people in history did not just work hard, they worked smart. Julius Caesar understood politics, alliances, and psychology. Abraham Lincoln understood timing, words, and public sentiment. Alexander the Great understood momentum, morale, and leadership. They worked relentlessly, but their real power was vision. Now, ask yourself a dangerous question. Are you working hard, or are you avoiding thinking? Because thinking is uncomfortable, planning is scary, and responsibility is heavy. Many people hide behind hard work because it feels noble, but busy does not mean effective. Tired does not mean successful. If hard work without learning keeps you stuck, hard work without courage keeps you small, hard work without risk keeps you average. Pause. Look at entrepreneurs who failed again and again, not because they were lazy, but because they refused to adapt. The market does not reward sweat, it rewards value. Even nature teaches this lesson. A river does not work hard, it flows smart. It finds the easiest path and still carves mountains, while a man digging with brute force exhausts himself. The world is not fair. Effort does not guarantee reward, but effort combined with direction multiplies results. This is why some people rise fast while others struggle forever. This is why history remembers strategists, not workers. This is why kings commanded armies instead of swinging swords. Hard work is the entry ticket, not the winning move. Discipline is the foundation, not the finish line. If hard work alone was enough, the poorest countries would be the richest, because their people work endlessly. If hard work alone was enough, slaves would have ruled history, instead of being erased. People. So what actually creates success? It is clarity, knowing where you are going, leverage, using systems, people, technology, timing, awareness, understanding the game, adaptability, changing when the world changes, courage to make uncomfortable moves, and patience to wait for the right moment. History does not reward those who suffer silently. It rewards those who move intelligently. So work hard, yes, but think harder, learn faster, choose wisely, and remember, effort is only powerful when it serves a clear purpose. Because in the end, the world does not ask how hard you tried. It only asks what you built. If you want greatness, stop worshiping hard work alone and start mastering the full game. That is the lesson history whispers to those who are willing to listen.